Hi, today we are going to explore the beautiful StPetersArmenian Church located in Fort Mumbai. As there are only few Armenians left in the city, the church is now used by their sister church, the Malankara Orthodox Community in Mumbai. Regular services are held on Sundays and special occasions, and this, along with the revenues from the Ararat building located in the same compound, ensures the regular maintenance and upkeep of the church. For those who don't remember, Ararat was the name of the mountain on which Noah's Ark rested after the big flood. While the holy name Cathedral has some of the best sermons I've heard, and the St. Thomas Cathedral some of the most beautiful hymns, the Armenian Church fosters a great sense of community. Even though it's only a handful of families that attend, but the gatherings after the church, the prayer meetings, the bonhomie of the members, and the spiritual excursions have ensured that the reason why we all go to church is kept alive. The services are conducted in Malayalam except on the third Sunday of every month, due to which I have not attended as many services as I would have loved to. The history behind the church is also amazing. It's one of the oldest Armenian churches in India, was founded in 1796 and shares its history with the migration of the Armenian community to India. In 301 AD, Saint Gregory the Illuminator convinced the king of Armenia, Tiridates the Great, to adopt Christianity. Legend goes that Gregory joined the Armenian army to atone for his father's sins. His father had killed King Tiridates' father, so he joined the army and worked as a secretary to the king. During one of the pagan ceremonies, the king ordered Gregory to put flowers on the statue of Anahit, which Gregory refused as a Christian. This infuriated the king, and when he also learned that Gregory's father had killed his father, he had him thrown into a deep dungeon. When Gregory was imprisoned, a group of virgin nuns came to Armenia. Tiridates ordered to bring them to his palace. When he was told about the exceptional beauty of one of the virgins, whose name was Ripisim. When he saw her, he demanded her to marry him, but she refused. Thus, angry, Tiridates ordered the torture and the kill of all the virgin nuns who came to Armenia. In the legend, it is said, after this, the king fell very ill, and his behavior had changed a lot. He started looking like a wild boar and ran away into a forest. His sister, Khosrow-Vidukt, saw a dream about her brother and Gregory. She was convinced that Gregory was alive in the dungeon and that he was the person who had the power to save her brother. Although Gregory was imprisoned for 13 to 14 years, Khosrow-Vidukt ordered to retrieve him. They found out that Gregory was still alive, as a kind woman was throwing a loaf of bread. In 301 AD, Gregory cured the illness of Tiridates. His miraculous power amazed the king, and he decided to proclaim Christianity as the official state religion in Armenia. After this, Gregory became the first Catholicos of the Armenian Apostolic Church. As a Christian country, all the shrines to idols were destroyed, and new churches and monasteries were built in their places. Armenians were mainly known as traders in Persian silk and had already begun to migrate to cities like Delhi, Agra, and Surat, and colonial enclaves like Madras, Calcutta, and Bombay prior to 1745. However, Armenian migration to India accelerated during the terror and extortionary taxes imposed during Nadir Shah's two visits to Isfahan in the winter of 1745 and 1746. As they fled their country, their intrepid negotiating, linguistic, and trading skills were welcomed in Surat, and the East India Company co-opted them to navigate the Indian hinterland and act as their merchant diplomats with the local rulers. The East India Company astutely leveraged the Armenian global trading network when it negotiated a 1688 deal with Surat's Armenian merchants. This was aimed at getting them to relocate to Bombay, the company's new outpost. it gave them privilege to carry their Indian and Persian goods aboard the company ships from Bombay directly to Europe. For the Armenians, it also meant using less circuitous and expensive routes via Bandar Abbas, Turkey and Aleppo. By 1813, there were 105 Armenians residing in Bombay. Though Armenians were a people without a nation from 1375 to 1991, their national identity was reinforced through religious, cultural, educational, and social institutions that they built wherever they settled, usually in small numbers. Markers of nationhood like the Armenian language and script, calendar, and music were woven into the rhythm of the community life everywhere through the establishment of churches and schools. In turn, this was regulated by the spiritual authority of the Holy Catholicos of all Armenians who resided in Echmiadzin, Armenia. Some of the famous churches and institutions founded by the Armenians are as follows: St. John the Baptist Armenian Church in Chensura, built in 1695, the Armenian Holy Church of Nazareth in Kolkata, built in 1707, the St. Mary Armenian Church in Chennai, built in 1712, the Holy Virgin Mary Armenian Church in Saidabad, built in 1758, the St. Peter Armenian Church in Mumbai, built in 1796, the Armenian College and Philanthropic Academy, Bazar Street, Calcutta, founded in 1821, the Holy Trinity Armenian Church of Tangra in Kolkata, built in 1867, the St. Gregory the Illuminator Armenian Church in Kolkata, built in 1906, and the Davidians Girls' School, founded in 1922. All these churches and institutions are renovated and are presently active. The St. Peter's Armenian Church, Mumbai, was founded in 1796 by Jacob Hamadanchi in the memory of his parents. The church building gradually decayed and in 1957 was replaced by a new and beautiful one. It was designed by Mr. M.H. Altunian, a well-known Armenian architect of Beirut. The foundation stone was blessed by His Grace Archbishop Yagishe Derderian of Jerusalem during his visit to Mumbai in 1956, along with Reverend Father Shahe Ajemian. The new church was consecrated in 1957 by His Grace Bishop Terenik Poladian, and a 6-story building, which is now the property of the church, was built in front of it and named Ararat. None of the original inhabitants remain. The last caretaker was Zebel Joshi, an Armenian originally from Beirut who married a Gujarati businessman and made Mumbai a home. One of her daughters is noted actress Tulip Joshi. Some of the important events in this church have been the visit by the saints of the Malankara Orthodox Syrian Church, St. Gregorius of Parumala and St. Dionysius of Vattiseril, on their way to the Holy Land in 1895. The visit of the Shah of Iran, Muhammad Reza Pahlavi, and Queen Soraya in 1956. The blessing of the foundation stone by His Grace Archbishop Yagishe Derderian of Jerusalem during his visit to Mumbai in June 1956, along with Reverend Father Shahe Ajemian, and visit by His Holiness Karakin II, Supreme Patriarch and Catholicos of all Armenians in 2007. As the younger generation began migrating overseas, the Armenian population in India began to dwindle, and the church was given to the Malankara Orthodox Church of India for conducting services. It's also said that before the Malankara Cathedral was constructed in Mumbai in 1938, they used the premises of the Armenian Church. Both the churches have a lot in common. They are both sister churches and do not use idols but only paintings such as those of our Lord Jesus, Mother Mary, and the Last Supper. The St. Peter's Armenian Church is located in Fort and is a stone's throw away from the Bombay Stock Exchange. The church is rectangular in shape and built in the Armenian style with a high dome and square bell tower. Most of the interiors are made of white marble and the interior is decorated with beautiful paintings and mosaics. In 2016, the church was renovated with the support of the Armenian Holy Church of Nazareth, India, the Armenian Holy Church of Kolkata, and the Trusts of Ararat. The renovation included repairs to the roof, dome, and bell tower, as well as the cleaning and restoration of the interior. The church is a beautiful and important landmark in Mumbai, and it's a reminder of the rich history of the Armenian community in India. On the walls are inscriptions in Armenian and old paintings on parchment paper. The true relic of the cross used to be kept in this church and displayed on special occasions, but has since been moved. Other unique features include a beautiful altar and the dome above it. The church is open only on Sundays and is a must visit when you're in Mumbai next.